JBNN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, two found dead near Three Finger Jack Monument in St. Thomas. The bodies of two persons, a male and a female, were discovered at their home, which is located near the Three Finger Jack Monument in 11 Miles, St. Thomas on Thursday. The deceased man has been identified as Owen Francis, otherwise called Ross Olge, and the female as Dolores Boyd, otherwise called Nana B. The bodies were discovered by a friend, Barrington Lawrence, who visited their roadside hut to bring them food and water. Lawrence said that when he turned up at the house yesterday morning, he began calling his friends, but they did not answer. "Me let's bring them water and mango, so there's a load of mango in the car. Me say me go pack out the mango till him come because I don't know if him gone somewhere. When me go in and put them down, me smell something, and me say me never smelled this thing before," Lawrence said. Upon closer inspection, he realized that Francis and Nana B were inside their house, dead. Lawrence said that he last saw the couple alive on Tuesday about 4 p.m. He said that Francis told him that he would be relocating his Maroon State Law Sovereign Heritage Foundation site due to works being done on the new Southern Coastal Highway. The road, which is under construction, is close to Francis's house. Francis is known for his stone art erected in the vicinity of the Three Finger Jack Monument. Him say get some bamboo because him know him have to move from here. He wants to get some bamboo and build a tabernacle up there. That was the plan. It wasn't against the road work because him say when I get more tourists to pass by and look at the monument, Lawrence said. The couple are believed to have been shot to death. The St. Thomas police have disclosed that several bullet casings were found near the bodies. Clarendon community fearful of reprisal of the fatal shooting. Residents of Yorktown, Clarendon are now fearful of violent reprisals following the shooting death of a mechanic on Thursday evening by men traveling on a motorcycle. The mechanic has been identified as 47-year-old Donovan Hamilton. It's reported that sometime after 7 o'clock, Hamilton was at a grocery shop on the Yorktown Main Road with other customers when he was shot. Like the residents, Ufel Purcell, counsel for the Yorktown Division, is worried that the incident could lead to reprisals. This will always lead to other murders because the fact of the matter is that friends and families are not going to take things lightly when these things happen, especially when somebody is innocent, he contended, adding that the police cannot be everywhere at all times. Purcell said residents in Yorktown are afraid to carry out basic activities, such as going to the market or church, due to the constant threat of violence. JRC to crank up train speeds. The Jamaica Railway Corporation, JRC, will be seeking to increase the speed of its trains that run from Kingston to Montego Bay once the track is restored. At the time the rail service was discontinued in 1992, trains struggled with 30 miles per hour. JRC civil engineering consultant Anthony Allen said there's a very flat track with curvature of between 6 and 7 degrees between Maypen and Kingston. We can attain 50 miles and upwards between Kingston and Maypen, and this will considerably reduce the travel time, and we could compete with the road traffic, he said. Allen was speaking at Tuesday's symposium on railway engineering hosted by the University of Technology in partnership with the University of Birmingham. The university signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU to formalize collaboration on research, training, and innovation to revitalize the Jamaican railway industry. The agreement could also see the restoration of rail from downtown Kingston to 3 miles, as well as renovation of the train service at Peckham Street. Allen said the aim of the Kingston to Montego Bay route would be to offer a more integrated approach and multiple transport options for commuters. We don't want to find ourselves in a competitive mode because we are quite susceptible to sabotage, and we have to be very careful, particularly in these communities where someone may feel like their livelihood is being threatened, Allen said. Meanwhile, he said the track on which the school train runs from Lindsay to Spanish Town and Old Harbour to Spanish Town is being maintained by Windalco, the St. Catherine-based alumina company. We have a little issue there because the passenger train tends to run at a higher speed than the freight train, and therefore that compromised speed needs to be corrected. We're in the process, and we're cooperating with Windalco to ensure that this compromised speed is attained so that it will reduce the wear on the rail and at the same time increase the speed at which we can travel with our passengers, Allen said, adding that the JRC is looking at restarting the passenger service shortly. The engineering consultants said that the passenger train service could provide a higher level of safety when compared to the high number of road crashes and deaths. He said that trains are also fuel efficient, and communities have been developed in areas such as Boulders in St. Catherine, which is located about 15 minutes away from the train station. Allen said that the community largely depends on taxis for transportation, and could utilize the train to Spanish Town and then into Kingston when rail is restored there. It has been 30 years now that passenger service has not been available. We literally have to rebrand, regroup, and hope that we can capture the confidence of the traveling public, Allen remarked. A third taxi operator killed Wednesday, this time in Kingston. Detectives assigned to the Halfway Tree police station are investigating the circumstances surrounding the shooting death of a taxi operator on Studio One Boulevard in Kingston on Wednesday. He has been identified as 32-year-old Jace McCausland of Bronx Close, Spanish Town in St. Catherine. McCausland is the third such operator killed on Wednesday. According to reports, 2 taxi operators had been killed in separate incidents in Portmore, St. Catherine on Wednesday. They are Kadeen Jones, 37, who was killed by unknown assailants while standing on Granville Road in his Portmore community, and 43-year-old Mark Perry for Southborough, Portmore address, who was killed in Independence City by a pillion rider on a motorcycle. In the third shooting incident, which led to McCausland's death, reports from the police are that 2 men on a motorcycle drove up about 8:10 p.m. and the pillion rider opened fire at him. The police were summoned and was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Hot Water Lane teen charged with murder. Detectives assigned to the Clarendon police have arrested and charged a 15-year-old for the fatal stabbing of another 15-year-old. The deceased has been identified as Shaquille Wint, otherwise called Keeley, student of Hot Water Lane, Rocky Point, Clarendon. Reports from the Maple police are that on Friday, March 8, about 4 p.m., a dispute developed between both juveniles, during which Wint was stabbed in the chest. He was taken to hospital where he died whilst undergoing treatment. A file was prepared and submitted to the Director of Public Prosecution Office for a ruling, and a new development led to the juvenile being charged with murder. His court date is being finalized. 2 guns and ammo seized in separate incidents, 5 arrested. Police are reporting that 1 gun and 4 rounds of ammunition were seized during a targeted raid along Red Hills Road, Kingston 8 on Friday, April 15. Reports are that about 5:30 a.m., lawmen were in search of a man wanted for various crimes in the area. Upon entering a room, 2 men opened fire at the law enforcers who took evasive action and returned fire. When the gunfire subsided, 1 man was found with a .40 Smith & Wesson pistol along with 4.40 rounds of ammunition. He was taken into custody. However, his identity has been withheld pending further investigations. Meanwhile, the Portland police have arrested 4 men in connection with a seizure of a gun in the Snow Hill district of the parish on Friday. The latest seizure brings to 3 the number of illegal firearms recovered by the police in the parish since the start of the year. According to the police, between 6 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. on Friday, a team from the Portland police was in the Snow Hill district in search of illegal guns and ammunition when the weapon was found. During the search, 1 9mm pistol, along with a magazine containing 4 rounds of 9mm cartridges were found. 4 persons were arrested in connection with the find, the police said. Students at Clarendon School test positive for COVID. 7 students at a school in Clarendon tested positive for COVID-19 last week. This was disclosed by Medical Officer of Health for the parish, Dr. Kimberly Scarlett Campbell, during a report during yesterday's monthly meeting of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation. We had a situation at the school last week where some of the children were coming down with flu-like illness, so we had to go into the school and we tested 124 persons. Of that number, 7 tested positive, she informed. She said the school was closed and sanitized, with inspectors going in to monitor what was happening. Campbell said a meeting was held with the private doctors in the parish, where they were reminded to notify the health department if they are seeing an increase in the number of sick children. For those who tested positive at that particular school, nobody was admitted. Everybody was treated. We had doctors on site to assess them and everything was okay, she said. Full face-to-face teaching resumed last month. Jamaica reports 35 new COVID-19 cases, 3 deaths. Jamaica reported 35 new cases of COVID-19 and 3 fatalities on Thursday, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of cases of the virus since the start of the pandemic to 129,168 and the death toll to 2,924. The country also recorded 83 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 82,365. The positivity rate for the latest round of testing was 6.4%. There are 10 people hospitalized, 1 of them critically ill. There are 270 confirmed active cases on the island. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.